Courtney Cox here with Zach Cox ahead of the Patriots matchup with the Kansas City Chiefs. We got to talk about the Chiefs a little bit here. They're first in the AFC West. They're 8-4 on the season so far. They're coming off a win over the Oakland Raiders. For you, how threatening is this team to this Pats team?
Well, I think that this is not where a lot of people expected the Chiefs to be at this point in the year, after the year that they had last season. They're 8-4, which is a little bit of a letdown for them. They had lost 4 of their last 7 games before they really took it to the Raiders this past weekend. Some of that was while Patrick Mahomes was hurt, so they had some injury issues that they were working through, but they haven't really looked like the dominant force that they were last year until this past week. The Chiefs team we saw against Oakland looked exactly like the one that we saw for much of last season that was just destroying defenses for the entire year. So I do think this will be a very tough challenge for a Patriots defense that didn't play as well as it has for much of the year against the Texans on Sunday.
You bring up Patrick Mahomes. He's played in 10 games. He missed 2 due to a knee injury. For you, how impressed are you with how well he's been able to rebound from that injury?
I mean, he seems to be back to his former self, and it definitely helps that he has the array of weapons around him that he does. I mean, we talked to Bill Belichick this morning about Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill. He said Tyreek Hill is obviously the fastest player in the NFL. I would expect the Patriots to probably approach him a little similarly to what they did in the AFC Championship game last year, where they had Jonathan Jones covering him with Devin McCourty over the top. And then Travis Kelce is really the kind of, I don't want to call him an X factor because he even goes beyond that. Bill Belichick called him one of the best receivers in the NFL, and he's obviously a tight end. So that just speaks to the level of the level of receiving ability that he has and the way that he can impact opposing defenses. This is going to be one of the harder matchups for this Patriots defense this season.
Well, you bring up both of them, and it is interesting when you look at stats. 598 yards receiving for Tyreek Hill. He has 5 touchdowns, but then the top receiver in the game is Travis Kelce, 923 yards receiving and 4 touchdowns. So you have a matchup in your mind for Tyreek, but what about Travis?
It wouldn't be super surprising if the Patriots do a similar thing to what they did last year when they played him in the AFC Championship game, and that would be sticking Stephon Gilmore on Travis Kelce. They used Gilmore a lot in certain situations to cover Zach Ertz when they played Philadelphia a couple weeks back, and Gilmore didn't start on Kelce in the AFC Championship game. They actually started J.C. Jackson against Kelce in that game, but when the defense was sort of coming apart a little bit in the second half, they moved Stephon Gilmore over there, and he was able to shut him down pretty well over the last quarter and a half in that game. It was actually funny talking to Gilmore after that game. He said it was easy to cover Travis Kelce because he's quote-unquote slow. He said a similar thing about Zach Ertz in this game, so we're sure that Stephon Gilmore would jump at an opportunity to cover another tight end in this game.
In another year under his belt for Stephon Gilmore, probably one of his best defensive years for him. So you're confident in that matchup?
Yeah, that would be an exciting matchup to see. I don't think anybody in the Chiefs receiving core really rises to that level. I mean, you could put him on Tyreek Hill, but I think Tyreek Hill is best used or best combated the way that the Patriots did last time. You usually want to put Stephon Gilmore on the other team's top receiving threat, and for the Chiefs, that's obviously Travis Kelce.
All right, well, there you have it. Make sure to follow along with Zach on Twitter at ZachCoxNess, and he'll have all of your updates leading up to this game and on Sunday when the Pats take on the Chiefs.